Um, my name is Dorla Aparicio, and this is Mindy Rawlinson. We're usually here every Thursday to talk to you about group piano. And today what we wanted to do was really tackle the challenges that many teachers have talked to us about having students of different levels in the same group. Right, Mindy?
Yeah, it's a story that we hear again and again, and it's a story that both Dorla and I have personally experienced first. Yeah. And it's just simply this: you understand the benefits of group piano, you get together your first group, and then you start teaching, and not everybody stays on the same pace. So you may have like learning differences where kids take a little bit more time to process. You may have kids that are overbooked, and this is just another thing along with soccer and jiu-jitsu and all of the things that they do, and there's no practice going on at home. And then you get ones that are so super focused and so excited to learn to play the piano. And it's just a matter of weeks before the wheels fall off the cart because you can't keep everybody at the same pace.
Correct. And even if you start everyone and you think they're all at the same level, don't they all end up being at different levels? Like 6 weeks into your semester, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what we do at Piano Pyramid. This is what we do best. And it is putting those mixed levels together. So let's say that for Black History Month, which is in February, you want to do something a little different in your studio. And now that we have access to so many other African-American composers, you want to include them in your studio. There were not going to be many arrangements for different levels, but we have one. Mindy has made an arrangement of The Entertainer by Scott Joplin. So let me show you how we would do this with different levels, okay? So you have your early intermediate student playing The Entertainer. So here you go. We have this fun introduction that everybody wants to play, and we give them that. So here we go. Okay, you get the idea. That is what we call it pianist 4. But your early intermediate student can read this. It will have some challenging parts in there, and they are engaged in learning their song. Now, what about that student that is going to be okay playing that intro, but the left hand is not going to be able to do that jump? So here we go again. We give them that intro. Just one hand. So the left hand is just doing, but we still have the melody in the right hand. Those can be played together. Now we have 2 levels that are not that separate, but still giving a challenge to both of them, really, but at their level. Then what about that student that is already playing hands together, but might not be comfortable playing those intervals with staccato while playing a different melody on the right hand? So we start with our introduction, just one hand. So now the left hand is just holding those intervals while they're able to play that melody. So do you see how you could even call this a layering type of thing that you're doing with the music, so that everyone is successful working together to play the same song at their own level. And now we come to that student that maybe has had 1 year of piano and knows how to read the notes, kind of understands it, still has to figure it out. But when we play this introduction, they can play that by rote after they read the notes, and we played that introduction, a popular part of this song. Now they're going to harmonize. What are we doing here? Articulation, rhythm. We have all these rests, and they have to stay on beat with what everyone else is playing. They are being successful, they're being engaged with their part of the music. And then lastly, we have that student that is beginner. They have just started piano. What are we going to do? In Piano Pyramid, we label the keys. Mindy has shown you before the little labels that she uses on her piano. I use stickies, and their music has alpha notes, which means they have the letter names in them, and they can play this by rote. Sorry. And now they're going to play left hand. There you go. We have 5 different levels that we have layered. But it's not just that someone is playing only the left-hand part or someone is only playing the melody. It's that everyone gets to play that juicy part of the song and play together, working towards making one song together. That's the goal of the class, to play the entertainer together. And now we have put together mixed levels. How does that work for you, Mindy?
Well, it works great, right? It's been a game changer in my studio. I think it's important to mention, though, that even though every single one of these ensembles has 5 different levels at graduated paces, you don't necessarily have all 5 of those levels in your class. So I have several classes where I have like mostly prep piano, but then I have an older sibling who's a pianist too. And so we'll do all of those prep pianists play their part together with the 2, and then I'll play pianist 4, and we've got 3 parts in our ensemble. So it's still satisfying because we get to hear the fullness of the song, but we don't have to have all of the parts represented. So I can mix and match levels and ages with careless abandon because I have something for everybody. Yeah. I can meet everybody's needs, no matter what.
Have you ever had that student in class, they're in a group class, and you're trying to teach everybody the same song, or, you know, do something together, and you can tell the student is like not there. They're not engaged in the class because this is too easy for them, or maybe it's too difficult for them. And so this is the best way that we have found to answer that issue that we always encounter in group piano. That student that is like, this is too easy for me. I don't want to be here. Now we're able to challenge them in different ways. I also know of some teachers that like to give those students that are a little bit more advanced kind of like a leading role in their class. Have them count in for everybody or help a student that needs some help. What I've had is also students that feel confident. You know, you have those students and they'll automatically go ahead and lead another student or help them count or know where they are or learn a part of the music.
Mm-hmm. And those are like some of the most heartwarming moments is when they do it of their own accord. They're like sitting right next to the person who needs help and they're like, I can help you with that. And they just go do it.
Yes, yes. But I think that what we're doing here is also like leveling the playing field for the teacher, in which you have the resource and that you can have all these things happen and everyone is successful in class.
Yep.
So we have a webinar coming up in February 7. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that, Mindy?
I would love to. So this webinar coming up is intended to be able to help teachers that are teaching group but not piano pyramid method, as well as teachers who are already teaching the piano pyramid way. Like we are just getting together as a bunch of group teachers for an hour, enjoy being with one another. We are going to gift a brand new ensemble to everybody that's in attendance. And then part of what we'll be doing on that webinar is talking about teaching points and pedagogy that we can use in this piece, and come up with other creative ideas from the Hive Mind about ways that they could use, you can use this ensemble with your group classes. And it's going to be great. Yeah. We've had a wonderful response, so yeah. I'm excited.
You know, as we've been sending emails out about the webinar, I've had a few questions, and one of them is, what technology do we need for the live ensemble playing? So nowadays, the amazing thing is that we all have what we already need, because we've all been through 2020. So you'll just need Zoom. We're not going to be on Facebook. We're going to do it on Zoom. So you want to register to have that link to get into the webinar. And then, you know, we're going to share the new piece that we are giving to everyone during the webinar. So if you have a way to, on your iPad, to read it, because we are going to play together, or if you want to print it, whatever works for you. But we do want you to have it with you so we can play together. So that's, I mean, I don't know that that's necessarily technology, having the music, but having a way to get that music and use it during that hour. What's another question we've received, Mindy?
A lot of people want to know if the webinar will be recorded because they will be teaching during that time. And the answer is yes, absolutely. We'll be recording the webinar. The replay will be available, and you'll be able to watch everybody make their way through our practice and our playing together. The only downside is that you need to be present and participating in the webinar to be able to get the free music. So if you are okay with letting that one go and just want to watch the replay, still go and register at Zoom, at the Zoom link that we're going to put below in the comments, so that you can get that replay.
Yes. One of the last questions is this webinar suitable for teachers just starting with group lessons? We've had a few beginning teachers join the Piano Pyramid Academy, and they are wondering, some of them, if this webinar is going to help them at all. And I say yes, yes, yes. Because chock full in this 1 hour, we're going to create a lesson plan for the song that we're going to be giving you. And we want you to be able to be comfortable looking at the score and finding those pedagogical things that you want to do in class. So yes, we're going to have foundational strategies that you're going to want to take note of to, you know, be able to be even better at your group lessons.
Yeah. So we will put the link to the webinar in the comments. Please register whether or not you're going to be able to join us live, because we'd love to be able to share all of the goodness that we've got planned with you. February 7th, mark your calendars.
1 p.m. Central Time. We're in Texas. Okay. And there will be a replay, just not, you won't have the free music. You got to be present for the music. Thank you so much for watching, for listening, for watching later, for being on here. And we'll see you next time.
Okay. Bye.